Comedy Store wawulidde kyagituukako
sekyagira basira bana weeri anymore.
Muhangi bamujja ku UMA Lugogo. Ojjukira ekifo kye ekinene weyabeeranga. So some things happened ne bamujjawo. So Salvador yakoze video nga addressing some of the issues. Njaga tugiyitemu tulabe.
If you've all noticed, Comedy Store stopped being held at where its home was, that is at UMA Showgrounds. And some of you started speculating, oh, Muhangi awedemu, oh, Muhangi tachaina, oh. But I want to say, for a guy who...
Nayolaba ye enkola y'abana Uganda okimanyi.
Tulina okusala wadi obadde otya.
Olina okusooka otegeera embeera eriwo. Omanyi oli watunda akamotoka ke nga mwogera.
Lwaki oba okatuuza ate ng'obadde
emmotoka yange emanyi tunda. So ndi sure Patrick kyagamba wano nti bavayo ne basala ebigambo.
Basala wadi.
Kituufu, it must have happened.
Bamubye.
Employs over 300 people every week. So for me to see this platform just stop all of a sudden breaks my heart, because so many comedians out there are struggling. Yeah. So many comedians out there are struggling. And Comedy Store was a platform where they made some money. 200K, 150K, 500K, 700K, 1 million, 2 million. A week. Imagine you're earning that money by just going on stage to do what you love to do.
That's a lot of money. Sene nyingi.
Yeah.
Okola ata ne Kampala buli week.
I think it's officially nti bogena Comedy Store comedians abatandika even the upcomings of our platform where which I think they should be grateful for.
Kituufu,
yeah. Ate bwaba abadde asasa ne bakuwa ekyekumi tuwogeza amazima. Ne bakuwa ekyekumi buli wiki nga goyingizaawo ekyekumi kibadde kibakolera.
Kituufu kuba like nga bagayi nga ba Maria Chindozo badde bakola sente nnyingi.
Njakadde mu bukadde nga yeeyo.
Bukadde bungi. Ene dda ne wegaba mitwalo 3 per week ng'oli comedian ng'ogakola mu kifo kimu. Remember bafuna bu gig obulala eh? That was good money.
Kala.
And now the platform is no more. Yes, he's at Lazio, but Lazio is more of, he wants to keep the consistency. It's not money making. People like Muhangi should be national treasures.
Why?
This is a guy we should just grab and put in a museum so that we can just go watch and pray to see him, to appreciate him.
Ne Bobby Wine.
Was that necessary?
The Lazio show that had Bebe Cool, that's why I always respect Bebe Cool, because he's a guy who speaks from the heart. He's a guy who wants to see other people succeed. He's a guy who is there for other people.
Yeah, I've seen the clips in Bebe Cool yagenda ku Zagambi eri ku Lazio.
Yeah.
Bebe Cool yagenda yo.
Yeah. So I think webujide we're comparing a Lazio to the place ekifo kye baalimu. Lazio eringa restaurant.
That place was big.
Ate nga munda abantu tebakyaja nga abatebozi wakakati we batuula munda. Yes, nga abasinga ab'emitwalo 2 batuula bweru nga
still ajuza.
Nga badde ajuza. Bamukubye nnyo bambi.
Yo.
No comedian has ever met Museveni. No comedian or association has met Salim Saleh to ask for bailout. So the 2 years we've been under lockdown, we were under lockdown, comedians were suffering. Our group, our WhatsApp group became a fundraiser. And now the economy opened up. Muhangi started his platform. And boom, the forces of nature started to fight against him. And the nature I talk about, URA, I talk about haters, I talk about... This is a guy who is employing over 300 people. He has gotten 300 people off the streets.
So wano Salvador gamba ba comedians bamala emyaka 2 nga tebakola.
I think fenna tetwakola mu myaka 2. Abakyala b'omukatale tebakola in 2 years. Ababoda tebakola. Abataxi tebakola. Did they go and meet Salim Saleh? Did they go and meet the president?
No, kati yagamba tebakola, just like all of us. Abantu bonna tebakola.
Yes.
Naye omusajja yakatandika okukola bw'ati. Okugulawo business ye. URA, Uganda Revenue Authority. Ne some invisible powers. Invisible hands. Ne bajja ne bamukwatamu. Tanatunyonyola ki ekyaguddewo. Ne ba haters.
Nganze.
Olinawe hater? Twagala Muhangi.
Muhangi sobulinaako obuzibu.
Nze kyemanyi ku bannayuganda most likely baatunula ne balaba nga like afuna waka ogo kanji akolawo sente nyingi obujja ne bujjamu jealous ne jamu ne bagala bamulwanise. That's what I think happened here.
Kale kasoka tulabe kyatuukawo.
Kale
to give them jobs. And now all of a sudden URA is wanting to milk a platform like that. Muhangi used to spend over 20 million shillings to put up that show. It could even reach as close as 50.
That's a lot.
Yes.
So
the issue seems to be URA.
And the haters. Abatagaliza.
Kati, nze haters sibimanyi. Naye kingo okunyuma ku kino ekintu kya URA. Fenna baagala tusasula omusolo.
Yeah.
Abasawo bwe bavaayo ne bacomplaininga biki. Those people do not talk. Abakyala b'omuwino baba collectingako omusolo si kyekyo. Bu clinics obutono baba collectingako omusolo. Kumpi buli omu mu ggwanga acollectinga omusolo rather asasula omusolo. So ono bw'aba ali comfortable okuinvestinga.
Tannakugamba ko ntazisasula video tennakugwayo.
If this person can invest 20 million for a show every Wednesday, meaning this person has a potential kusasula omusolo. So far from where we are, URA came to milk.
Exactly, kumunyunyuta.
Na ife natusasula omusolo.
You are ojimanyi.
We are all being milked.
You are ejudemu babbi. Mulimu abanyankola
z'abantu. Kimanyi ekyo? Bola containers z'abantu ze bakwatidde ku URA borders.
Kubanga abantu baganya obbawo enguzi. You are babbi, ejudde babbi bokka.
To make sure, one, Ugandans are entertained, two, they are employed. Such a person, a local investor, a homeboy, putting up such a platform where fellow Ugandans are going to benefit is where all of a sudden the government wants to come and...
Kasoke mpozinge wano. Olaba, lwaki Salvador kyayogera kituufu.
Mbuche.
Ono guy Muhangi yali employing 100% Ugandans. Nze I can guarantee you singa comedy store yali ya foreigner. Singa ekyaliwo ngerwani nga tebanji kubya emisolo gye Salvador gyagenda tunyonyola mu maaso eyo. Tebanji kubya emisolo egyo. You are at yandibadde involved. Ne problem gye balina nti Muhangi muna Uganda bagala kukuba kintu kye. Alonzo okakana nga URA ekirimu.
Naye munyankole munnaabwe.
Kibiriko ebyo omanyi nange ni munyankole naye nga sikiryamu. Nga sikiryamu. Nedda olaba okubeera omunyankole e Uganda kitegeeza nti ogenda kulya. Bakulimba oba togenda kulya. Mulimu abanyankola bali mu center mu nucleus. Abe balya. Fe tweyobuza lujjo. Tuli bubi.
Wapakubaka video.
Come on, man. It hurts me. It pains me. I cannot put up a platform where other Ugandans are going to benefit. And the one guy who has done that, and doesn't just employ comedians, he employs musicians as well. Actually, musicians have benefited the most from Comedy Store and comedians. I would expect musicians to come out and, make noise about it. But, well, if it's not theirs, it's not their business. The most selfish industry is the music industry.
So composing out.
They are selfish.
No, they are so tukirize tuganyiza kino kyekisinga okunyiza ku all this chaos. Abantu Uganda batulaze nti buli omu yerwanako. Abasomesa bavaayo okustrikinga. Babeera bokka like strike abasawo bagenda ne bakola bakomedians bakola ebyabwe like buli omu akola.
You're comparing two categories that are unrelated.
So kurachi nti kubo nabo baba bakwate kubo bagende wa Museveni obe wa Salim Zale obe wani nabo berwaneko because tukirize kan tuli bantu bakulu no one is going to fight for you kino Bobby Cheche yali atugamba lulyeri it's either now we wake up and fight for ourselves kwanga ne Museveni echamteka mu ntebe he fought for himself so nabo baveyo bakole ki berwani
as comedians
yes
kanku example gyokozesa
tewali agenda kuvayo kubalwani.
No, let me give an example. You're comparing two unrelated events here nti ogambye omusawo no comedian, those are unrelated events.
No, I'm giving you an example.
Why should a comedian fight for a doctor?
Kankula kubanga bana comedian bobalwala they still want omusawo we mulago atalide abakoleko. So the fact that they have showed us nti omusawo was striking agenda kubeera yekayeka omusomesa was striking agenda kubeera yekayeka So batulaze nti buli omu
they are not related at all.
No, it's not about
a comedian
totwetaga kuvaayo oje or striking along with the doctors, but probably sometimes a post or something buli omu akozese kyali
abanamawulire bawa doctors supporting aba striking. They are unrelated events. Lwaki ngamba bwenti omusawo aba striking a nurse, a doctor can support a nurse. True or false? A doctor can support a nurse in a strike. Naye comedian talina business etandika kusupportinga musawo nga striking. Like ajagazaji. So omuyimbi n'omu comedian bali mu categories ezimu. There are similar events. Nti omuyimbi aso okusupportinga comedian ng'omusawo enzo supportinga nurse.
Most selfish. Every musician in Uganda has stepped on Comedy Store. How many comedians can we talk about that have stepped on musicians' platform? Very few. We employ musicians. Musicians should have actually. That's why I give my flowers, I give credit to Bebe Cool, the only musician who has ever come out to talk about the plight of comedians.
Ono guy akuwa omulimo agenze mu sheet ovuddeyo tomudifeninze mwade because ba musician ababadde ku Comedy Store bangi.
Yes, actually
lwaki tewali yavuddeyo n'agamba nti Muhangi story ki ekiri mu public
kubanga babaweereza billioni za ssente kati bakyayagalako
abayimbi be Uganda bakisiru nnyo.
No, naye kankulire
the hypocrites
bwe tubeera abantu aba bulijjo tujja oba ebyokubeera omuyimbi oba kiki situation bannayuganda gye tulimu kiri nti buli omu azibiriza amaaso, buli omu afuuyira akagalo okulaba nti nfunirawa, buli omu asika akola ki azza wuwe. Kati oli Katonda bwamuvaamu n'afuna omukisa n'afuna wakoma okutegeera
sikufuna omanyi kireeta
yeerabira nti bwe nali ntandika Muhangi yansindikako Salvador yankola biki so buli omu alaba nti nze bwe mmala nenkwata mu ngalo za Museveni nenfuna envelope sidda mabega
tebiri mu Museveni biri mu bujja jealous.
I'm giving you an example. So kyekimu buli omu agamba nze kyenjagala getting bread for my family.
No butagaliza
kasita bafuna ekyo buli munnayuganda naawe n'omuntu alaba video nti ye bw'amala okutuuka w'abadde alubirira okutuuka taba takyagala kumanya kintu kyamulala yenna aba akola bibye kati abakyabonaabona abakoze ki aba abeesonyiye.
It doesn't cost you anything okuba nti oli muyimbi ng'olina following y'abantu 2,200 no raising awareness nti ekiri kutuuka ku Muhangi it's wrong. Bino byabwere just a post on social media can be supportive. Naye tebakikola.
But abayimbi ba Uganda, they have been condemned for that several times.
Doing what?
They do not even support each other. Like bona boka tebe supporting.
Hey, but Sirunyo.
Yeah, so
to talk about the comedy industry, we've never written to government. We have never come out to cry in public that we need help. We've never. But we do need help. Without comedy, this country, with all the problems, with the poor governance, this one I say without fear of favor. Most of you say, oh, bakugula uliwa government. No, government is terrible.
Hey.
Few people are doing their work.
Londa chagulanyi.
Nako kaisi zao.
The only thing we are left to do is just to laugh about the problems.
True.
And who can better put up laughter than comedians? But nobody recognizes us. I'm not complaining about that. We will always do our work. But the musicians who have a platform, they have met the president, there's now the Uganda Musicians Federation, something. Nobody talks about comedians. I am very hurt that Comedy Store is no longer providing the services it was providing.
Yeah, it's really, really bad to see like someone you're hustling and now creating a company. It's very, very bad and unfair. It must be big.
It must be big.
It's big. It's bigger than URA.
Because if he came from UMA grounds or kugenda ku Lazio, oh my God, it's a big drop.
I understand because that place was big.
Meetings profits ziba zikendede kyakati ne ba comedians later batono.
Most likely because what toying is a cent ogenda bata suzachi.
Not because Muhangi has failed, but because of forces around us. This is a message to URA.
Bagambi.
This is a guy you should be actually thanking for giving opportunity to many Ugandans to earn a living. And when many Ugandans are employed, you get more taxes. But now, it's just very, very painful.
Tokava.
I'm very disappointed. And I want to pray for my brother Muhangi. I know it's tough. I've tried to do comedy shows every week in Uganda. It has not worked for me because of inconsistencies. One day I'm around, another day I'm not. But Muhangi has been very consistent. He has believed in his platform. He's grown his platform. It has become a life changer for so many people.
Omanyi comedy store okuva yatandika okurani nga stopping.
Yeah.
Okujjako bino ebya COVID.
Bamukubye nnyo.
Like ekintu kyabadde akikubye nga akikuzizza. So I'm very sure bamutunuuliranga nga bagamba omusajja yeyita.
Tumujjawo tutya.
Tumujjawo tutya.
Naye olaba nze ekisinga okuneewuunyisa. Up to now Muhangi has not said anything.
Kyengeza okugamba ekyo nti there must be an invisible hand.
Tetumanyi kikigenda mu maaso. Ate already ekifo baakitutte.
Bamuliddemu olukwe bakyalire.
Ekifo baakitutte. Waliwo abantu abalasitira ba comedy.
Bamuliddemu olukwe wa his friends.
So waliwo ekintu kye tutannategeera ekigenda mu maaso. Ekisirisizza Muhangi okulaba nti because I think it has been on since November or even October. But Muhangi has not said anything up to now. Kurachi. You
can always steal an idea, but you can never steal the brains behind the idea. Yes, golozolide mukwano go olukwe whatever happened, but now they will share yabwe. If they backstabbed Muhangi, it won't work.
Yeah, it won't work.
It won't. Because olozagwe lwakwaba da akola shonga achikuba nawo ogenda
chikuba. Ngafuna million 10 nawo ogenda kufuna 10.
Siwe ebintu ebikola.
Naye ebintu akatonda bizibu. Ebintu ebikola bwe bityo baba.
It doesn't work like that. Singa buli omu ina company nga Coca-Cola. Kusunya Coca-Cola buli ndaku.
The musician, no musician. That is how selfish these people are. Every musician who wants to come, however much they have a platform, no musician can hold a show every week. That one I can tell you.
Kujako Bobby Wine.
Yes.
But Muhangi gives them a platform and they charge exorbitant fees. A musician on Comedy Store is paid between 6 and 10 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's
a lot of money. Nanti kati wala mindset wetu yere
Muhangi kubanga baba nedda si bujja tusoke tukyanalyzing so far byayogeddeko. Startup comedian the least at least emitwalo 2 aletawo bu startup nga 10 then baba mariachi nabawa 5 then ba musicians nabawa 6 kubanga aleta musician nga 2 3 buli lwakusatu batugambye that I not take out I think pasasula
ndozo munene yafuna ziri ennene bana batu bafuna ntono tebafuna zona zona
anje kintu adashitekamu sente kyannako okulaba.
It was a very good show ndozo yabadde singa mu East Africa.
Ate ekintu ekibadde kitu entertaining abantu
yabadde singa mu East Africa.
Every day on stage every day. Yes, they deserve the money, but not for a local investor. So this man spends a lot of money to invest in other people, and then instead of giving him his flowers, instead of giving him his credit, tax. And it's not normal tax. Do you know being taxed every ticket of every person who enters? It's very sad.
Ndozo chuulidde kati. Owulidde obubbi obuli mu URA enenga tulina abanyankola mu Kampala. Munsenyi okukozesa ekigambo kino nsobola okyogera kubanga naye ndi munyankole. Tulina eno si tribalism. Ndi munyankole nsobola okyogera. Tulina abanyankole mu Kampala nga tebasasula misolo.
Bagala buli ticket.
Nga tebasasula misolo nga badde bakikuba emyaka 3 nga tebasasula wadde n'omusolo n'ogumu.
Naye agaganaga URA gonna gayingiza biyingiza leero Benz encha Range Rover nga tebazitasinza wazikude kuzitaxi.
Kituufu ne babba kago z'abantu ne bazikukwata.
Yes.
Kale bali kusirwalira ku Muhangi.
Ne kuguni kisaawe. Simanya olese drone, simanya iPhone. Bagenda kubikwata babitwale.
Akasente bakeze.
URA.
Ogamba otya notakisinga buli ticket. Owulidde tetubali tugamba.
It's not fair.
Bubbi URA yabalina ogidiza obuvinga. Bafune body endala controlling revenue.
Akolerani.
Yotobiyingiza Museveni wantali involved by the way.
I'm not saying Museveni. Museveni simina ko buzibu. There is someone above URA.
Museveni. yekaya abasinga bali untouchable bali abanyankola bali mu URA bali untouchable nze nkubuulira nalilingako nabo mbamanyi bali untouchable ensi yaabwe
waliwo abakolera decision.
Mr. Eddie Kenzo, yes, the president of the federation. I know this may not make any sense right now, but in the near future, comedy is going to be something to be reckoned in this country. We're still getting there.
Kati akolima.
When you have an opportunity, mention a word or two. The federation is employed. All the artists under the federation have stepped on Comedy Store.
Even Eddie Kenzo, yes.
Or even other platforms. Eddie Kenzo. So when you meet these guys, just mention. Don't even dwell on it. Just mention, hey, by the way, we have an industry which is doing very well, but the guys are struggling. Just like Baby Cool reiterated, I want to say it one more time. Mr. President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Comedians have saved so many lives, especially during the lockdown.
Ugandans are depressed.
We are people they look at, they look up to create joy, despite the poor governance of your government.
Okay.
Konkaga de kaso composing now. The what we tell stress. I think budget with that what to you. Yaliana yefula labika.
Kati abefulidde.
Yana yefula. Ne mwagadde alisa avudeyo nakola.
Nayogera.
Abalachi batasobodde okukola.
Kino ekintu kya Salvador. Nsonyiwa banchi nkitegedde bubi. At one point he has a point. Comedians, yes, we need to stand up for. Okay, no, we need to stand with them.
Yeah, as comedians should stand with comedians. Yeah.
Yeah, but Sharika mulimu ne kana akantu ka Eddie Kenzo. Eddie Kenzo recently bamwadde sente. Nga nyingi nnyo. Oh, okay, say Eddie Kenzo na ekibiina ky'aba musicians headed by Oyo Eddie Kenzo, and he met the president. Kati akantu ako tekatulese bulungi abantu abamu.
Yeah.
Kati ndi kwebuuza, is that why he kwanga this has been on?
Yeah.
Tavanga kutugamba kintu kyonna.
Like,
no, I'm asking a
he
question.
Wanted an opportunity.
Yes, I'm asking a question. So, is it nkaisaga kaitaka jealous? Oba aina naye kayagala okuyisaawo, but Salvador has a voice. Salvador ayogera oluzungu. Collect your comedians, your fellow comedians, the way Eddie Kenzo did. Now, either you can come up with your, I'm sure that they have an association of comedians. Collaborate with the association of musicians. Baba linking it up.
Museveni. No, you have to sell your soul of meeting Museveni. So they have to sell their souls by meeting Museveni.
Alikugamba Eddie Kenzo tukolechi.
Because he sold his soul already. Eddie Kenzo yamala okwetunda.
So of course, by the time you're asking me for help, and you know, nti bwogende bwenteka yerinnya lyo kino kigenda ogenda mu maaso, meaning you're ready for it.
No, because he knows the only solution right now, the only person who can save Comedy Store, ngeri mikono gya URA is Museveni. Outside that, even court can't. Because these people are mu URA eba amanyi nnyo okusinga court. They're the leaders abazidukanya bamanyi okusinga bajudge abayinza okurevotinga nti tugeze komensi agenze muki tugeze muhanja abatute mu court. Solution yukaye Museveni. It's really sad.
Ate fa babadde benyuliza nnyo mu comedy waabwe bambi babadde batusanyusa nnyo.
Yabamuyisiza bubi nnyo.
People have tried to come in to help in 1 minute, one other, but it's not enough. We need to be recognized and we need to be protected. Foreign investors come to Uganda, they are given tax holidays. Why not a local
like 10 years
who's employing over 300 people?
Ugandans.
Whether direct or indirectly. I am not going to stop fighting until Comedy Store comes back.
Okay. Katibali abaliwo babajewo.
Those are their backstabbers, they are ungrateful friends.
There are so many people like that.
Kyanaku nnyo kuba nti ab'emikwano abasinga baliwo batyo.
Abantu bazze ayamba, abantu bazze aliftinga up. Ate be bamu abamwefuulidde okulaba nti bamuggyawo bo bagendewo. Kubanga waba abaddewo for all this while, URA has not had an issue. Okay, tetumanyi, but why all of a sudden it has escalated okutuuka ku point ey'okumuggyawo. Waliwo ekibadde kitatambula bulungi. Ate nga omuntu akulyamu olukwa aba muntu wo.
And in less than a year, in less than a few months, mikwano gyo gyennyini egiteekawo show obadde okolera. He must be feeling horrible.
Exactly ky'obadde okola.
Kituufu. Tuwulire ekyolowooza ku eno situation ya Comedy Store ne Muhangi.